Hello everybody, and welcome back to another airport update here of the Fresno Yosemite International Airport located in Fresno, California. Back here with a very interesting update. We have some new aircraft here, at least for Fresno, not in terms of like their new models, but some aircraft that we have not used at Fresno for a while, and well, one that is a new visitor here. So we'll get back into those later, but first we will start with these aircraft, which we've seen here plenty of times. Beginning all the way in the back there, we have the United Express CRJ-200 operated by SkyWest, which came in from San Francisco, and it will be heading back out there on the turn. Next up here, we have the Delta E-175 operated by SkyWest. This one came in from Salt Lake City and is on the turn back out there. And then next up here, we have the United A319. This one came in from Denver, and once again, this one will be on the turn. So up until now, I've had this United A319 parked in the wrong gate, because you would assume that this would be gate 13, but Fresno doesn't have a gate 13, which threw me off, because I had it parked at the hardstand gate right here, but it turns out that's 17 Bravo, and I did not know that. I guess at the time that I made this airport, Google Earth did not have the updated image or the greatest image, so I couldn't find it, and just looking at the airport map isn't that great. It showed that somewhere in this area was gate 15, and I thought it wouldn't make sense for that to go from gate 11 to gate 15, but that's what it does. So I put this aircraft in the wrong spot this entire time. So this is the correct spot for the United A319. So it will be here in the future. This is gate 15 where you see this United A319. The hardstand gate, that is gate 17 Bravo. And so yeah, that's very nice of Fresno Airport there. I actually confirmed it on their website. They have, I don't know if they always had this, but apparently they have like a virtual tour of the airport, which is really cool. And that's a good tool to have when you're making your own version of it. So that's when I saw it, and yes, that is gate 15. Fresno doesn't really have like gate markings on any or like on the taxi lines going into the gates. They don't really, except for like gate 16 and 17, they don't really have that on the gates, so you can't see like from Google Earth what is what. So but now I know, and this is where this aircraft will be going into the future, and this is where it should have been. So I guess you can, if you go back to my other Fresno videos, you can just kind of paste it in right there. But you know, it's still looking beautiful right here. Love that United A319 model, and glad that it can be in its proper spot now. And now we are hopping over to the other side of the terminal to our One World lineup here. We're kind of just moving back here as we move along. So this is the other side of the terminal right here. These are gates 8, 10, or no, 8, 12, and 14. There's also no gate 10 here, which is Fresno. There are just some gates that they're just missing, which is a bit weird. But yeah, no gate 10 here, but we'll begin all the way back there at gate 8 with the Alaska 737 MAX 9 and the West Coast Wonders livery. This one came in from Seattle Tacoma, and it is back out there on the turn. In the middle here, we have the American 737 MAX 8. This one came in from Phoenix, and it will be heading back out there, just getting the bags loaded up actually right now on the other side of the aircraft, and this one will be heading back out to Phoenix on the turn. Great to see the MAX 8 return here. I have used this aircraft here a few times, but not for a while, and at least on this day, Phoenix was on the 737 MAX 8 for Americans, so can you utilize this model here? Very nice. The next up here, we have the Alaska E-175 operated by SkyWest. This one came in from Portland, Oregon, and it will be heading back out there to PDX on the turn. You can see the baggage carts pulling away there. I guess they're going to go to the baggage claim, drop it off there so the passengers can get their bags. So very nice One World lineup right here. 3 great models here, all of them by Gemini Jets. Oh yeah, here we go. Here is the NG model Southwest Airlines 737-700 in the Canyon Blue livery. What a fantastic livery and model by NG Models. This is definitely one of my favorites right here. just looks absolutely fantastic. I'm so glad that I picked this one up, and great to see that looks like the Canyon Blue Southwest 737-700 did visit Fresno here, so I can utilize this model here in a realistic connotation. It looks just absolutely gorgeous. I love this livery, I love this model. Angie did a phenomenal job on it. I'm so glad that I got it. Even though I have so many Canyon Blue Southwest aircraft, I don't care. It's such a gorgeous livery. Definitely one of my favorites out there, if not my favorite. It's between this one, Korean Air, and Air Tahiti Nui. But man, this is a gorgeous model right here. So glad to use it. But enough talking about the model. We'll get on to the route here. This one came in from Denver, and it'll be heading back out there on the turn that is Southwest only route. But yeah, just fantastic that they sent this livery right here, and definitely a highlight of the collection here. Definitely one of my favorite models. And another livery that goes very hard here. This is the American A321 in the Stand Up to Cancer livery. I love this one as well. Although I have been using it so much that I'm hoping that in Dallas I can pick up a regular livery American A321, preferably with the fence tip winglets, but I was looking for a regular livery American 321 at this point because this one I've used so much. But it is a fantastic model, so I don't feel too ashamed of using it so much. But this one is also my first NG model. This one came in from Dallas-Fort Worth and is heading back out there on the turn, Red River Aviation's airport, as well as Phoenix, but here you go. This one's heading out to DFW, but it is currently waiting behind our next aircraft who is pushing back. And here it is. It is the Sun Country 737-800 here. This is in the Tide Pod livery. So this came in on a casino charter from Bullhead City. So very unique here. It actually parked at gate 16, which is very nice to see. So it is just now pushing back out of its gate. It will be heading out to Monterrey in California, not in Mexico. But still very interesting right there. So not a very long flight for whoever's on it. I'm not sure if this is like a repo now or another charter or something like that. But Bullhead City, definitely that was a casino charter. But I'm not sure if this might just be like a repo or something like that. I'm not quite sure on what this flight is. But it is a Sun Country 737-800. It did not have the split scimitars. It did have the blended winglets. But still fantastic. I can utilize this model in an airport up here for Fresno. And yeah, so great to see that Sun Country made a visit here. Of course, my hometown airline, got to represent them in my non-hometown airports as well. And just a fantastic model here by Panda Models. Definitely blew Gemini out of the water with this one, and it's not available anymore at Waffle Collectibles, so this is probably going to be very difficult to find now. So I'm super glad that I was able to pick it up while it was still, easy to find. Although if you can find it like on eBay or something like that, I definitely recommend picking it up because it is a gorgeous model. Definitely beats out the Gemini one, even though it is now inaccurate because the actual aircraft does have the 40 years of flight sticker on it now. But I discussed this in the unboxing video of that aircraft, so I shouldn't go into too much more detail about that. This update is going to get very long, but that'll do it for this update of Fresno Yosemite International Airport. Thank you all for checking it out. It is a very phenomenal airport in SoCal, well, kind of Central California, but very phenomenal airport nonetheless, and glad to have represented on the channel. Basically, since the beginning of the channel, it came on a few months after I started it, but it has been a staple ever since. And yeah, so still running great here over a year with its airport. So yeah, that'll do it for this update at Fresno Yosemite International Airport. Thank you all for checking it out once again, and I will see you tomorrow. As always, good night. Auf Wiedersehen.